Welcome to Wake Up West Palm, where we talk all things West Palm Beach, and you get to meet some of the incredible people and businesses that make up our wonderful community. Today, my co-host is the marketing coordinator for the West Palm Beach Downtown Development Authority, Sabrina Lolo. Sabrina.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to be here and that we're finally doing this Wake Up West Palm show. It's been almost like, I think a few years actually in the making.
Yes, it is a few years in the making, and we are so excited to be here, and we get to meet with all of the incredible business owners and all of it. There's just so much richness here in West Palm, and we love being able to share it with everyone because there's so many gems that not everyone knows about.
There really is, and I'm glad that we're doing this show so we can so we can speak to all our awesome business owners and all our community members, so we can bring to light how great West Palm is and go truly behind the scenes on what makes this downtown West Palm so great.
Yes, absolutely. Behind the scenes, I love that.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your background and what brought you to the DDA.
Okay, so I've been the marketing coordinator for the DDA for just a little over 2 years now, but before that I had worked in TV news for about 5 years. I started off at Wink News in Fort Myers, and I was there for about a year, and then I came here to CBS 12, where I was a digital content producer for just a little over 4 years, and then I made the career change into marketing, and I've been here ever since.
What do you love about content and marketing? It's such an interesting field to be in, especially today.
It is. Like, I've noticed when I was in news, I initially wanted actually to go the traditional like reporter route, like in front of the camera on TV. But then when I started my position as a digital content producer, that's very social media heavy, very website heavy. And I actually really liked it. And I noticed that that's where pretty much everything was going. A lot of people were starting to get their news and like information from them, particularly people my age, millennials. And so I just decided to go that route, and it's been great. And it's something that I find interesting because I feel like it also has a bigger reach. Like, social media is accessible to really everyone. So that's probably my favorite thing about it, is how accessible it is and how much like fun and informal it is and creative in a way.
So do you work with some of the businesses on helping them with their social media, or do you see that downtown businesses are leveraging social to attract a new audience?
Yes, definitely. A lot of businesses are definitely using social media more. Me and my colleague Tiffany, who is our marketing director, we do work with a lot of the businesses on social media, and we will go to like our grand openings and other events and get video content and repurpose that on Instagram or TikTok and like share it with the businesses so they can also get that exposure as well.
So what are some of the things that you do marketing-wise to help people know more about what's going on in the community?
We have our downtownwpb.com website where everyone can visit, and we have all of our events there, and we write blogs about all our events going on, and also we also post on our social media accounts everything that's going on here.
What are some of your favorite things to do in West Palm? Because there's so many things. I sometimes forget about Clematis by Night and all the different concerts that are going on, all the different, there's a lot of like health and wellness things that happen downtown. Yeah. So what are some of your favorites?
Some of my favorites is I love doing the cruises that visit Palm Beach. I love the green market and the antique market. I also like a lot of like the health and wellness events, and also paint and sip nights and trivia nights as well. Like, those are always super fun for me.
That's so cool. So if there was a message that if somebody was interested in potentially bringing their business into West Palm, what would you say to them?
I would say downtown West Palm is a growing place. It's a hot market. Come on board.
Come on board. All right, well, we are in one of those hot businesses right now, and we're so excited to introduce you to Rosie Hanson. She is the co-owner of Garden District, which is where we are today.
Hi, guys.
Rosie, welcome.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, of course. I'm so excited for you to be here.
Your space is beautiful. I love that this is my new favorite wall in West Palm Beach.
I love the mural. Yeah.
I do too. I love the paint.
She did such a good job.
Bright paint.
It's so vibrant. And speaking of murals, there are so many incredible murals downtown that we just love and adore looking at.
It's beautiful. It really helps the city like pop.
Yeah. So tell us, how long has Garden District been here?
We have been open since April of this year. We did like a soft opening before that, but our grand opening was the first weekend in April. So it's been about 6 months now. Yeah, it's been a wild ride for sure.
So what do you love most about having a business in West Palm?
like Sabrina said, it's just growing. Like we get new customers every day that moved here from somewhere else, and they just have so many good things to say about this city. I love how beautiful it is. I love how kind the community is, and I really just love how it kind of has that big city feel, but still very relaxed and chill, like a mini big city almost. Like just walking downtown, it just feels like so nice.
I was actually having that conversation with somebody last night. Like we were talking about like how we have all these activities going on. It still has that urban feel, but it also still has that quaint feel too, like a very charming feel to it.
Yeah, it's not overwhelming like when you go to New York City and it's just like, which is amazing there too, but you know, different vibe for sure.
So this was so interesting. You were an elementary school teacher.
Yes.
Turned owner of a tap room. So how did that happen?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've always loved beer. So I've had that going on. But then I went to school to be a teacher. My mom was an educator, and I still love children. I love teaching, passionate about it. But, you know, there were just a lot of things with having my own child, and then with the whole COVID pandemic, it just made it a little stressful at the time. And we had the opportunity a couple years ago to kind of get the business rolling, and we just said, hey, let's give it a go. So yeah, I don't know how it happened, but it did.
It just happened.
Yeah.
Well, it's a passion of yours. You're passionate about beer, and I know you're on kind of a journey of what are some of your aspirations in this industry?
Yeah, so I think when we first started, we were like, okay, we'll start with one location, maybe see how it goes, and then branch out. But now, you know, we're still getting our feet, so we're trying to see if that's the right path to go. But I do want to become a certified Cicerone in the future, which if you're not familiar, it's like a sommelier, but for beer. So basically, you know, all the information about the different styles, the tasting notes, all, you know, so much information. It's a long process, it's not easy, but, you know, in the next couple of years, that's where I'd like to end up for sure.
And you're West Palm's first self-serve tap room.
Yes, yeah. There's BRK Republic who has the self-serve wine, but we are the first official tap room with taps where you can go and pour your own beer, you know, straight from the tap as if you were behind the bar. So
cool. It's such a fun, cute vibe, and I love that you use the word quaint because I'm like, this is such a quaint little place. So tell us about the experience when somebody comes. What can they expect? How does this whole thing work?
Yeah, so you come in, you check in with whoever's here. It's usually myself or the other owner, my husband. You'll give an ID and a card to put on file, and then you get a wristband. The wristband has a little RFID chip in it, and there's a reader on the screen. And basically, you scan and pour. Everything is priced by the ounce, so you can pour up little samples. You can taste down the board. You know, you can mix things if you want. It's totally up to you. It's very you know, it's an experience for sure.
So speaking about marketing, how are you marketing to attract people to know more about who you are and that you have this great place?
Yeah, well, we're still working on our marketing plan for sure, but we use a lot of social media. We've tried to do a lot of organic social media, and then we've also done a little bit of paid advertising as well. But other than that, it's been a lot of word of mouth. We have a lot of people come in and, you know, they say, oh, we heard about you from our friend and we had to come check it out. Or one person's been there and they bring a whole group of new people. So it's been a lot of word of mouth, a lot of social media. And yeah, aside from that, we haven't done, you know, social media is what it is these days, so that's what we're really focusing on.
Social media and word of mouth, which is part of why we want to do this show, to help everyone know about all the great businesses, because we obviously love supporting local businesses, and it's you and your husband that own it.
Yes.
Which is phenomenal. Is he as big of a beer lover as yourself?
Oh yeah. Not when we first met, but he is definitely, his love for craft beer grew.
You converted him.
Exactly, yeah. But no, he is. He's a big craft beer nerd, as we call him, and yeah, he's very passionate.
What has surprised you the most in opening a business?
I think just like the amount of work, like it is a grind, like you know it's going to be that going in, but this was our first like real big time adult business. And so it's a constant grind, 24/7, like they say. So yeah, I mean, but it's also extremely rewarding. Like you feel proud anytime someone gives you a little compliment, it's just like, it's just a journey.
Are there anything that has surprised you just as far as like the people that come? Like, do you have your regulars? Is this like a Cheers kind of feeling experience?
We do have some regulars. A lot of them are people that live downtown, because we're pretty close walking distance to a lot of different places. And so we do definitely have our regulars that come in. We know them by name, we sit and chat with them. But I've been really surprised about just the diversity, like especially in ages. We get young people from the college all the way up to like retirees, and everybody for the most part has great things to say. So I think we really appeal to like a wide audience. Yeah, customer base.
Do you change out the beers every week? Like how often is that?
So there's no set schedule, but as soon as one keg is done, we put something else on. One of our big things is, you get to try something new every time you come. So yeah, it depends. Some beers, if they're popular, they'll go in a few days. Some, we'll have on tap for maybe a month, but yeah, it's always something different. We'll bring popular beers back if we can. But yeah, it's always going to be something new.
So how do you select? Like, are you out there tasting and discovering different
Yeah, so we do get to do a lot of sampling, from our different reps and stuff like that. That's a fun part of the job. But we like to carry beers from all over, so we don't get to sample everything. A lot of it has just been I don't want to say trial and error because most of them have been really amazing beers. There's only been a few duds, But yeah, it's a lot of research, looking at the brewery reputation, what I know about the brewery, and what other people in the field have said about that beer. And honestly, we get, I don't want to brag, but we get compliments on our beer selection a lot. So I feel like that's my favorite part of the job for sure, is picking the beers.
Well, then you're winning. That's right. You're winning at beer selection.
So much fun.
So what is the number one top seller?
It changes every day. We have a list of the top 10, or it ranks all the beers top poured for each day, and it changes day to day. But I would say consistently it's going to be a light lager, like what you would think of like a Bud Light, a Mick Ultra, but the craft version. Those are always they sell really fast. But also our hazy IPAs are very popular, and our sour beers go really fast as well, and seltzers. It's just we appeal to something for everybody.
And how many do you have at all time, when people come in?
Yeah, so we have 25 taps. 3 of them are wine. We also try to have a couple seltzers, kombucha, cider, and then a non-alcoholic option at all times. So about 18 to 19 are beer on any given day. Yeah.
So do you have any kind of special events, things happening to draw people in? I hear there's some fun things happening here.
Yeah, we try to put on a lot of fun events. My favorite so far has been our garden potty, PAW. It was a dog party. We had furry friends out adopting their dogs. We had a bunch of different dog vendors. That was at the beginning of September, and it was wildly successful. We had 2 out of the 4 dogs adopted. We had dogs roaming around everywhere. That was a lot of fun.
You can't go wrong with any kind of
dogs. I would have walked out with all of them.
Yes, I wanted to.
Wrong with any kind of dog event. You can't go wrong. People love their pets, especially when we get to bring them places.
Oh yeah, we're very dog friendly.
Awesome.
I noticed you also do that small business babe market.
Yes, we've had that a few times, and it'll be very similar. Well, they'll have vendors out on the patio selling stuff. It's a really good time. Yeah, lots of cute stuff to buy.
Awesome. Yeah, the summer can be unpredictable and
hot.
It's
very hot. Yes.
Well, Rosie, where are you located, and where can people find out more about you before they come in and start testing and tasting?
Absolutely. So we are located on the corner of South Quadrille and Fern Street, which can get kind of confusing because our address is actually 410 Evernia, since we're part of the Whitney. So we try to put on our social and website that we are on the corner of Quadrille and Fern, across from the Bright Line tracks. Our website is gardendistrictwpb.com. Our social media handles are the same, Garden District WPB. We try to keep everything up to date on our social, so any vendors, any pop-up food events, anything we'll put on there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, come in and check out. And you're working here all the time, so
Yep.
come say hi to Rosie and her husband.
Please do.
Well, thank you so much for having us. We so
Absolutely.
appreciated being able to host the show here, and
Thank you.
we're so excited for people to come in and experience your incredible facility, especially when you're doing some fun new pop-up event or testing some new beers out. So thank you for having
Absolutely.
us.
Thank you so much for coming. This was awesome.
Well, thank you so much for being part of Wake Up West Palm. We're so excited to continue to introduce you to the people and businesses that make up our incredible community. Thank you so much for watching. Sabrina, thank you so much for co-hosting.
Of course. I'm excited. I can't wait to do more.
Absolutely. We appreciate you, and we will see you next time.